came to my attention that I haven't recorded Diablo 3. Well, technically I did record a bit of Diablo 3. Way back when unreliable people that decided they couldn't have the patience to sit through all the story, dialogue, and stuff like that. Fun times. But anyway, so since I have stuff that I apparently haven't done in the campaign, because yeah, the campaign in this is, well, the story in this is pretty hit or miss, I would say. But it's so slow compared to doing adventures and bounties, like, so slow. But anyway, and yes, I haven't done Diablo 2 because for some reason I just don't enjoy Diablo 2, really, because I mean the first act's fine, it's good, it's not bad, but then you get to Act 2 and the desert, and then you hate everything. Ugh, the desert. Bane of my existence right now. And then you're completely worn out from the desert when you get to Act 3. And by Act 4, you just want it to be done. That's not a good feeling. Problem is, it's like, I have that feeling with a lot of action RPGs like this, because it's just, it's how the game is. It's just basically, you just murder things for a couple dozen hours. And sure, there was a bit of plot and story and stuff like that, but yeah. There's just entire screens of that. But the problem, though, lands in the fact that how these action RPGs are, is the fact that, hey, congratulations, you finished the game. Now go do it on a higher difficulty for better kill. Yeah, you can see why that concept doesn't really apply too well to me. But anyway, luckily that's why there's adventure mode, because adventure mode. Then you can just basically exit the game and change your difficulty, and you don't have to actually go through the game. You don't have to beat on normal, then hard, then master, or nightmare, or whatever the hell it is. What is the difficulty anyway? Oh, expert, master, there's been nightmare. But yeah, anyway. So, yeah. Diablo 3. The campaign is slow. Stories, as I said, hit or miss, but it's slow. Like, I recommend doing it at least your first time through, of course, do the campaign. But your second time through, just do the adventures, unless you're going for achievements, like for every class's achievements, which I don't even have all the classes achievements, because I mean, I haven't done a Crusader, a Monk, Demon Hunter all the way through. I did a Wizard, and I did a Necromancer, because I had to do a Necromancer, because I had to do all that stuff just to get the bloody wings. But yeah, bloody Witch Doctors new. But I haven't completed the Act 4 of the Witch Doctor. Probably because I didn't make it through the campaign again. I just went on to seasonal bounties and stuff like that. Cause it's so much better, because all you have to do is just do stuff. You don't have to be held back and slowed by the story and the natural order progression and take forever to level up. You just go do a few rifts and bounties and pay your level 70. Huzzah. Anyway, enough dialogue for now. We're gonna be doing Diablo 3 from the beginning on a character that's probably could do this at Torment 10 or higher, honestly. Yes, he is holding a chicken and wielding a rainbow sword. That's a thing. There's a bell. Not sure if I want the bell. Could bring a on iZombie. Oh yeah. One thing that I'm still irritated with Blizzard about is I don't have the cow a lot. Because back in 2019 January, I did the whole Tristram event, finally. And I apparently didn't get the achievement for it or something. Where was it recorded? I don't know why it would be under special events. No, it would be under that. I basically did the Tristram event, and it was like, there's just one thing to be able to get the cow. Thing is, it didn't work right. It was a known bug that they fixed in like 2018. But yep, it got but since they basically automated the systems, basically put the bud version back on, so it wasn't fixed in 2019. So I couldn't get the cow. And they did the same with like the Switch version and all that just came out then too. So it was like, it was very irritating because just, nope, you can't get the cow. You did everything right. And so I stopped playing Diablo 3 and most Blizzard things for, well, it's 2020 now, a while. Did go back for StarCraft 2, looked at Warcraft 3 Reforged, laughed about it. Now then, I've been spending entirely too long just doing an intro. That's how to begin this thing. Yeah, Torment 7 should be fine for what we plan on doing. Problem is, I'm going to actually be nerfed because I don't have access to my Kanai's Cube stuff. That's a bit unfortunate. Don't have access to Kanai's Cube. I think one of the things I need, nerfs me just a bit. I mean, I could still beat the game, it's just irritating. Cause, oh yeah, wasn't there supposed to be a cinematic? Did I not get cinematic since I'm starting at this level? Where's my cinematic? By the way, you should always have the electric mode on. It's just nerfing yourself if you don't. Huh. Shit, I might have to... Okay, fine. We'll do it this way. I'm gonna go put the cinematic in, then we'll continue with this.
I wander to places beyond imaginings, far from the jungles of my youth. My knowledge has grown vast. The people They think me banished, shunned to the end of my days. They say I defy the spirits, but I say no. I follow them. The spirits show me alone that the Skyfire is where the end begins. They say this must not be. I live to serve the spirits. So I go. There is none but me to answer the call.
Well, there you go. Okay, now then.
The air is heavy with death. The fallen star is near.
Well, maybe we can actually do this. Oh no, you can counter the monster. However, shall we deal with them? Oh no. Wait, well, mine? I'm still buffed by that. I don't think I am. There's no Kanai's Q, but yeah. Not sure if it's reduced mana or might be and might not be. I'm confused. Yeah, I was gonna say he did take quite a bit of time to actually kill the bats, though, surprisingly. Because most things should melt like not in. Close, but not in. So maybe it will be a bit of a challenge. This. However, by the way, there's this step makes me a bit lazy because, yeah, Demasa, the French army lasts till they die, sword damage reduced by 8%, human pets take 3% less damage for every fetish you have alive, and reset by your mana damage take 15,000% increased damage from your pets for 8 seconds. Yeah. Also, it's a bit unfortunate that I don't actually have like a weapon to go with this build. Like, I think they recommend like Soul Harvester, which require me to actually be using. What's a Soul Harvester? Which I think that buffs Soul Harvester to like 10 or something. Harvester of Souls, whatever. But the problem is, I don't have a Ancient Legendary version of that. And I'm not even using that skill, so shrug. Everything else is mostly following builds and stuff, with a bit of alterations just for, you know, doing this faster and stuff. Compass Rose and Traverse Ledge. Could went chicken mode, angry chicken mode, but that would be a bit of a decrease in my damage. So anyway, let's just well, let's bring out the wait a second. Oh shit. Actually, okay, so this here seems a bit broken. Okay, so here's the thing. I don't have access to the cube in campaign mode, right? I have all the benefits from the cube, because I only have the tall man string on. Because the zombie dog instead summons a single gargantuan zombie dog. With more damage and health than the other dogs combined. Right? As you can see. However, I don't have the Shortman Stringer. So I should just summon a single gargantuan zombie. However, in the cube, I have the Shark Man's Favor, which lets me summon 3 mini gargantuans, which deal more damage. Thing is, I shouldn't have got this with cube and campaign, so at least I didn't think so. Everything I read said, oh, you can only have the cube in adventure mode. It didn't say anything about bringing the cube's powers over cube campaign, because I'm probably didn't expect you to ever go back to campaign from adventure mode. Anyway. So, yeah, all you have to do is just summon them, and yeah, now we have easy mode on. Because they'll all help. Anyway, Captain Rumble.
The spirits tell me, go, seek the cradle of the fallen star. And so, I am here.
It fell on the old cathedral. There was only one survivor, Leah. You should speak with her.
Captain Rumford, more dead are coming.
We can't open the gates until we drive them back.
They keep coming!
I've never seen anyone fight like that before. Guards, open the gates! You'll find Leah at the slaughter.
Seriously, I didn't have that before. I don't understand why I didn't have that one. No, I haven't done all the challenges. That would require effort. That one, I don't know why we haven't gotten that one. Completed it under 1 hour. Well, that's
Altered calf in.
After record.
Burn those corpses before they rise again.
I can't go in there on this one.
I came here to study the fall of Old Tristram. This is closer to the town's history than I want to be.
But you can't go in there, so how would I even make use of those? And
Zakarum has fallen to disgrace. What faith can save us now? It is the end of the world. Can't you see that?
that's weird, because remembering how placement of things is. Adventure mode and going back to campaign.
By the grace of the ancients, may your soul be warmed and brought to glory in righteousness.
Not that I need it, Dylan, but...
I worked my hands to the bone to bring you these fine goods.
Okay, so here's the thing about merchants. Merchants are maybe useful during like very low levels. Like, I guess if you were doing single player, yeah, merchants might be useful. But at the same time, that's a shit ton of gold to have to spend. Oh no, wait, that's lower 70 stuff, so it isn't that bad. It's only you should have more than enough. That's why I go to spend at the early level. Like, and there's no reason to really ever sell things in this game. Like, honestly, there's no reason to really use a merchant in this game.
I promised Marco I'd protect him, and now he's dead.
This here's the blacksmith. You go to the blacksmith, and you salvage everything you have. Like, you get rare items, you sell it. You get blue items, you sell it. You get gray items, you sell it. All that stuff. All of that adds into your crafting pool. So yeah, you just keep salvaging. Because you have an abundance of stuff. Because yeah, salvage and then you make better stuff. Like how? I was gonna say... Okay, so there's a problem with this one. You see it, right? Plus 20% experience. 2% is level 7. Problem is, it's a level 70 arm. You're not going to need that XP, that 2% XP boost really at level 7. Cause yeah, you just turn up the tormentor for a while. And Paragon. Can I get Paragon points in campaign? I didn't check. I don't see my Paragon. Unless that's it. That was blue. Huh. Check my Paragon level. I can check that. Okay, anyway. So now then we talk to one, even though I don't want to. We talk to
Nothing ever seems to change in New Tristram, does it?
What do you mean?
There's always some threat of the risen dead or foul evil descending on the town, isn't there?
well, it's Tristan. What do you expect? But yeah, we talk to everyone. I don't think I really need to talk to
Don't you dare lift a finger to
Some heroes are fighting each other in an area near here. Wanna go? Oh, and you didn't hear about it from me.
Yeah, the whole PvP training grounds thing is meant
Afraid of damaging your armor or weapons? That won't happen over there. In fact, no one even dies. Disappointing, really.
So these three here are basically, what were they like? I think Diablo 2 had mercenaries that you could hire. They're basically like that. Basically, they have like inventory. Well, that's a thing. You probably cannot die. Cute. But yeah, they have like threat man.
How do you feel about our undertaking?
Very dangerous.
Then why are you
Problem
here?
is,
With great danger
there's-
comes great profit.
there's no real reason to even hire them. 'Cause, I mean, you should be able to sell almost everything. I'm not sure how useful they are in rifts, but yeah, you should be able to sell them. If not, well, there's always people online. They're still better than probably the regular AI. But time to talk to everyone.
Tell me about your time.
Beautiful cities towered up toward the heavens, but they were full of wickedness. The Vigerai ruled them with will's sharpest stone.
Who were the Vigerai?
A clan of mages, bound more by their lust for power than by blood. I see that their influence has waned in this age.
Was the prophet one of them?
Oh no, he meant to punish the Vigerai. They were the first to summon demons into this land.
She's from a time before our time.
I do not know much of your order. Were you born a Templar?
No. Our scripture says, as a farmer reaps his wheat, so must the Order harvest and purify the weeds.
You say you are a weed. I think that even weeds have their purpose under the sun and moon.
No. They strangle, they corrupt, and the crop fails. I was lucky to be taken when I was.
Well, there you go.
Where do you come from?
Kingsport, the city by the sea, home to the great merchant fleets and endless nets of reeking fish.
And your trade?
I am between jobs at the moment.
That is not an honest answer.
Nonsense. I am the most honest thief you will ever meet. Wanted, one relic, scarlet, roughly the size of a man's fist. It was stolen 2 months past during a deplorable theft from the Merchants Guild Bank. Those apprehended were not in possession of the item. The relic is greatly missed by its rightful owner, who offers a reward for its safe return.
I'm not entirely sure if we can do the fire. Where was it? Shit. Shit. Where is it? I forget what it's under. Is it under? No, it's not under cooperative, I don't think. General. Okay. not sure if we can do. Oh, I met all. I met all the Wonder Merchants. Am I open 2,000 chests? How have I not opened 2,000 chests? Shrug. But yeah. I'm not sure if we can do the story things at a later point, like in chapter 5 or not. Yeah, I know I'm going extra slow, ain't I?
Please move your cart. I wish to pass.
How dare you speak to me like that? I'm the mayor of this town.
You sound like Pip.
Why are you trying to leave?
Are you mad? This town is doomed. Anyone with a grain of sense should be trying to get out. Will you help me or not?
I will not. This town needs us both. Consider this fact carefully.
But yeah, so basically, you're thinking, oh yeah, I went into campaign, I should go to Mystic or to Geocraft. No, you're not allowed to, because in adventure mode, they're like over here. Yeah. But now, that moved in campaign, they are actually different places, not all together, for convenient use. You know, why would there be convenience in campaign? No, that can't be convenient. I just about to sell my stash. Yes, I do. Oh, that's not really anything. Book of Cain is, it's basically for identifying. You can still, oh god, my shadows are terrible. I sort of had to reduce graphics a bit so it would stop lagging for some reason. Like for some reason, after a certain amount of play, this game would just shit itself. I don't know why. Hopefully it works better. I had to switch to 32-bit.
What is your deepest wish?
Maybe it helps. Maybe I could technically raise graphics up more, but we'll see if it actually works. Also, here's an annoying thing. You have to remember to come back here after practically every story instant and click on books. Oh, I guess I already have it. But basically, you come back here. This here would have actually been done. Would have been easier if I actually, started a new character and went through everything. Oh god, it would have been slow progression. But yeah, you basically click on all the books. It's fine. Yeah, gotta get that little stuff. All for where is it? I'm not sure if it's. I don't think it's. Is it conversations? I thought. Yeah, it's like this. All of this, cause yeah. It's like, see those journals right there? Might be like, oh, well, I was progressing the story and stuff. Well, then you missed like part 2 because you were progressing the story and then come back to poke the journal during part 2 or 3. Yeah. That was a bit irritating to me. But anyway. Like we, even before we touch the room, we go into a room, touch a perk. Hey, we touched a perk. Yay.
Welcome to the Slaughtered Caffeine.
Oh, wait to actually talk to you.
Tristram used to be such a wonderful place to live.
My family has been here since the town grew out of the ruins of Old Tristram. But now, it's horrible. The loved ones we've buried and grieved over now threaten our lives.
Yeah, because you people moved back to Tristram.
I don't care what
Have you come to help us? The other adventurers who came through here didn't look so deadly.
Deadly, you say. I mean, look at what... I mean, there's 8, 11, 12, 13 of us. But yeah. I know it feels slow, and it will pick up once we add.
You are Leah. The captain says you survived the fallen star.
I did, but it blasted my uncle Deckard Cain into the depths of the old cathedral. I tried to search for him, but the dead were already rising. I came back here to rally the militia, but... Watch out! The wounded are turning!
Needs more time.
This is killing business.
The dead will overwhelm us all, unless something is done.
There is a deep sickness here, but it can be healed.
Thank you. You should speak with Captain Rumford at the gate. He can tell you what to do.
As good as Tornado is, I sort of want to keep it, but I also want to change it to fire bats just so I can actually... Because I'm used to using the right mouse button for fire bats. Because I have to actually hold shift.
Need more time.
Or maybe if I switch them around. I know, it's not exactly ideal, but... Yeah. Yeah. Now I can just keep walking. It's not bad. Anyway. I don't think she has a new book after we just talked to her, so...
16 militiamen went out. Only Rumford.
His house is open. You never know. He could have a...
We have come at last to Tristram's old cathedral. This is where Diablo, Lord of Terror, first corrupted mankind. This is where I may finally find the answers I seek. Leah worries after my safety, but I believe information vital to defeating the last lords of the burning hells can be found here.
You can see why it's for adventure mode, because we don't have to stop and listen. We can just move and murder and progress.
How can I help to fight the risen dead?
I admire your courage, but Captain Dalton and the militia were slaughtered by those things. Only I survived.
Their sacrifice saved their people. I will honor it.
Well, I have seen you fight. Strike at the wretched mothers and their queen. They're the ones vomiting out these horrors.
They're attacking the barricades!
Oh no.
There! That's one of the wretched mothers. There are more of them in the ruins down the road.
That's the fun thing about Diablo 3 may or may not be. Like that right there. That could be on board with the location. See if we go
You die! That creature must die.
Yeah. We don't have to pick up everything we find with it. Yeah, like I was mentioning on those things. Like, there's a damn cell that's open. See if you're under the damn And hey, he tried to murder. But he's bad. So then you move on.
Needs more time. Your evil undoes you.
While exploring a cave with hopes of finding hidden treasure, I came upon a most grisly sight. A heap of dead bodies. Unbelievably, as I was searching them for any items of value, they began to rise. I must tell them of this in New Tristram before it's too late.
I am done. The mothers sleep once more.
This here leads to, is it Whimsy Shrine or Whimsy Dale? I think it leads to Whimsy Shrine. Which basically, hey, you have to go farm constantly to be able to get the rainbow portrait. Yeah, that was fun. I still haven't gotten the wings yet. The wings you have to basically go farm rainbow goblins. To get portals, go to Whimsy Dale. To look for a Princess Lyrian that may or may not spawn. Because the game hates you. So you basically farm rainbow goblins for the rest of your life. And hope you actually get lucky. I haven't got lucky. I could keep doing it, but yeah. I just wanted to focus on getting season done, which right now good Guardian or whatever the hell the next one was. Probably could have done that too, but I don't really care about things, but there was a pet. We need the whole bloody thing. But these things, I didn't really want to go after it. Especially solo, because I think it's more fun with people.
This chest is empty. Did the creatures take the treasure?
So yeah, this is pretty much how most fights are gonna go. We run in, murder them with bats. Well, either that or my man is not. That's gonna go.
Old Tristram. Diablo's evil lingers everywhere here.
Game. Apparently it lagged everything, then just didn't update that. Just in case you didn't realize this was good. I don't know. So over the player star.
Not ready yet.
Yeah. It's like I sort of want Piranhas, but at the same time, we can't get both being attacked. I'm probably going to get this. I'm just going to go to the haunt. Just to make things easier. I mean, we do have that, which is buffing our fire bats if they're attacking things on a piranha. This way we're not. I don't think our haunted druid is that buffed anyway. Oh well. Something I'm looking for here. Thought there was a. What was it? But there's a little keepsake box here somewhere. The Eclipse Dawning got no journal entry. I can't find anything. I thought it was like over here. Oh, there it is. There's the keepsake box.
I had heard the rumors, but I thought them just fancies of bored women. Until I saw them dragging people through the streets today. Our own citizens. Has the world gone mad?
Okay, so here's the thing. Back in Diablo, they mentioned like how there were all these citizens being murdered by the king and stuff like that, right? There's how many houses? There's Greatest Wall, House 1, Fornum's place, Pippin's place, the Inn, Shining Sun, the Silver House. Yeah. Like, all these people being murdered, they were going that way. Made you wonder, how, even if there were people that lived there, where did they actually live? Questions that aren't answered. Oh, no, that. But here's a waypoint system. By the way, you can't go through the gate. No. This was basically just to get you familiarized with combat and hunting things and stuff. Your first objective, and the game's limiting you. That's stupid. Your first objective in the game, well, not your first. Like second quest. And the game's like, oh, by the way, you have to go back to town. You can't just continue to progress. Alright, we can talk to Leo about Tristram.
For a long time, Uncle Deckard avoided coming back to this place. There were a lot of ghosts here for him.
Yeah, a lot of people
This is where Diablo drove old King Leoric mad and terrorized the people. I don't know what really happened here, but whatever it was horrible. Nearly everyone who survived went mad.
Oh yeah, and then the Dark Wanderer came back and set the place on fire, and a lot of zombies and stuff, and yeah, like, why would you build a new Tristram? Is the soil good here still? That would be covered in death. If that makes it good soil? I don't know. Anyway, you.
Thank you for your help. But could you talk some sense into Leah? She won't give up on the idea of rescuing her uncle.
Nor should she. I will help her find him.
Because I am too. I am a protagonist.
Come, let us search for your uncle.
We'll need to open the cathedral first. The guards locked it up before they were ambushed. Rumford told me they fought their way back to Adria's hut. The key must still be there.
so bad. Oh, so new dialogue. Yay.
It doesn't seem likely the Deckard King could have survived down in the cathedral this long, does it?
He is alive, and I will rescue him.
You seem quite sure of yourself. Do you know something I don't?
Maybe. But yeah, now we go back to people's houses.
Doesn't feel right being in Uncle Deckard's room when he's not here.
Well, I had to check to make sure there was a new book. My bad. By the way, do you have a new book in your house? Still can't go well. Oh, so
What are we doing in my room?
I'm looking through your stuff.
A miracle has happened. A hero, like one out of Uncle Deckard's tales, appeared and saved us. I know in my heart that my uncle still lives, and I pray that the hero will bring him home safely.
What are we doing in my room?
It's a shame that
Doing
Bard
your
got
shit.
himself
Because we're an RPG, we protect. It's sort of what we do. We should know all the shit. Anyway.
Here, let me open the gate.
Introducing Diablo to you. You know, sometimes you just want to go to a place. You didn't want to have to run all the way to the place.
Adria was my mother, but I don't know much about her. She died when I was very young. I was raised by Uncle Deckard.
Did you know your father?
I'm told he was a great warrior who was lost when Tristram fell to the demons.
One great thing is we don't have to buy scrolls of town portal. God, that was a bit tedious at times. Just well, you had to have like an entire half of your inventory over to 4 town portal scrolls. Then another row or 2 full of identify scrolls. Or you just grab that either way, Adria's
Look! A hidden cellar! Follow me!
This is a place of power. Your mother hid her secrets here.
People said she was a witch, but I never believed it.
Well, yeah, she was a witch.
Here's the key, and my mother's journal. What I've seen of it is disturbing. I want to know more about her, but that can wait. We need to save Uncle Deckard first.
I will find Deckard King. Stay here and study your mother's secrets. We may have need of them.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll be safe. I mean, we killed the zombies. Hell, there won't be war, right? Oh, gotta talk to you about this.
How did Adria pass to the unformed land?
You mean how did she die? Well, details are hazy, but I know that Adria was obsessed with chasing the arcane. She knew she could never raise a child. Uncle Deckard believes that the madness and horror of her life finally caught up with her.
It's a bit too powerful for me, you know, caught up by the insanity that everyone else.
Another lost. The truth burns you.
This is Tristram Cathedral. The fallen star lies within.
So the passing doesn't seem the same compared to climbing. Like if you look at, okay, here's the village, right? The cathedral should actually be more up close. Shouldn't it? Also, let's see, if we went out here this way. Yeah, Adrian's is about the same place. A little literal bridge to the river. But the cathedral should be more uphill. No, wait, the cathedral shouldn't even be that far back. Like, the cathedral should be right about here. Cause yeah, this right here. Cause right over here would be like cows. Here would be the catacomb. Catacomb. Here would be more to kill than what. Cows, catacomb. Yeah, there would be here. Why is it over now? Read. That could be nothing. But anyway. Well, we're not getting back up that way. Things changed a lot. Well, yeah.
Here is where the fire fell from the sky. Strange magic comes from below.
Yes, and what? No chandeliers that you can drop on enemies. That's the way. One problem though. When you're playing yeah, probably did well do the winter mode. But yeah, one problem though. We can't actually get access to Rainbow Goblins. We're not in a Prince mode. I think we'll get, we might just all get access to Rainbow Goblins, just they're not yeah, what makes sense for to get access to the Bloodshot one, you have to get access to Bloodshot version still. I can't really get access to maybe we could still get access to Odie's collectors and the other things, but we don't have access to which is a bit
We thought we could keep the dead trapped here. Akarat, save me.
We actually had a dagger, that way I could customize it or transmogrify it to look like the hamburger. Because, yeah, there's a hamburger, which is a dagger. Pretty great. That is not a oh well.
Your evil undoes you.
my curse upon you.
Pretty much all the corpses and stuff usually don't have anything.
Foul minions, stay back! Back! May this ledge hold. The Skeleton King?
The power of the fallen star awakened me, and soon all will suffer as I have suffered. Gods, bring me his bones!
I will aid you.
Back to your graves! Oh, thank you. But why did you risk yourself for me?
Because you needed my help. Come, I must return you to Leah.
Oh, it is wonderful to hear that Leah is well. I feared the worst. I learned of this secret passage through old maps I found. We must discuss the fallen star. Follow me to Tristram.
We must go do. We must go talk about things instead of progressing the game. Yeah, you can see why I have issues with the story. It's like I went to a event. Nope, you have to go back to town and talk.
I have kept my word to Leah and rescued her uncle Cain. I pulled him from the clutches of the Skeleton King, who still holds the fallen star.
You are. He is not to blame for that.
Of course he is. A Templar's will must be stronger than his shield. I will tell the Order of his failings, and his name will be blackened. He will never be spoken of again.
Uncle, you're alive!
Thanks to you and your friend here.
I seek your wisdom. Tell me of the fallen star.
The prophecy of the end days surely points to it as a sign that the end has begun.
Please, Uncle, not more of your stories. All that matters now is that you're back.
Huzzah, you did stuff. By the way,
I've spent most of my life traveling from place to place with Uncle Deckard while he did his crazy research.
What does your uncle seek?
He's convinced that the forces of hell will invade our world and bring about the end times. All these years, he's still searching for a way to stop this apocalypse.
oh my god, humans are cool.
Do you have knowledge of your mother?
She wasn't from Tristram originally. She came here during the Troubles. She was in search of something, but I'm not sure what. She reminds me of Uncle Deckard, obsessed with the war between angels and demons.
By the way, I'm gonna go to your house, guys. Nope, nothing. By the way, I'm gonna go into your place. It's like you could go to... You could just go touch it. But then there might not be a new book. Hey, look.
Uncle Deckard is home, rescued from the clutches of the Skeleton King. I'm so glad. But the Skeleton King, I thought he was a folktale. The idea of Mad King Leoric returning to torture this place. Hasn't Tristram suffered enough?
Yeah, you can see the problem for you. Oh yeah, Uncle Deckard, well, you can never see King-Man in some places.
You know what would take everyone's mind off their troubles? One of Theodos's great comedies.
I've seen one of them. Two men dressed as women, screeching at each other and tearing their bodices. Huh, that'd cheer me right up.
Glad to hear it. Rehearsals in 3 hours.
But you had like, listen, she has a witness half the shit that we've witnessed. Like, the skeletons and zombies out there. And you're like, yeah, that's just normal everyday life. There's no demons. What about the fallen ones and imps and things?
The Skeleton King was once our beloved lord, Leoric. He was driven mad by Diablo's evil. He lost both of his sons and his very soul before he was finally defeated. Now it seems he's risen to plague this land once again.
Leoric should be in the unformed land, yet he stands between me and the fallen star.
The key to defeating him lies in his old crown. Seek out our blacksmith, Hadrig. He knows of its whereabouts. Leah, you should not dismiss the signs so lightly. Do you not believe the evidence of your own eyes?
Horrors have visited Tristram before, and it endured.
But what of the texts? The Zakarum tomes warn of a falling star. The Horodric scroll spoke of the dead rising, and the Lord of Lies. The prophecy of the end days says that at the end of all things, the first sign shall appear in the heavens.
Yes, you've been telling me about the texts since I was 8 years old, Uncle. I just don't think we should read too much into them.
Right. Anyway, so who are you?
I am the last of the Horodrim. I couldn't always claim this. In fact, if I had turned to the Horodric teachings sooner, Diablo could have been stopped before his reign of terror began.
You cannot believe this.
When the first signs appeared, I did nothing. I had shrugged the old tales off like they were so much fantasy. And Tristram, no, the world, has paid dearly for my arrogance. I have tried to make up for my failings. Leah and I have spent her lifetime scouring the world, collecting pieces of the prophecy of the end days. If I can decipher it, we will have the key to defeating the Lords of Hell.
Yeah, that's okay. The story go so them Lords of Hell. I don't even know what yet.
The bond between you and Leah is strong.
I do not know what my life would have been like had I not raised her. Oh, it must have been difficult for Leah, following an old man on a mad search for the secrets to defeating the lords of the burning hells. But though she has seen her share of mysterious things, she is still unsure of my quest. I can understand. She has never seen anything like Diablo and his brothers.
Yeah, she wasn't alive during that. Well, yes and no at the same time.
The prophecy of the end days is contained within the Horodric tomes I inherited from my ancestor, Jared Kane. It is a warning to those who could interpret it regarding Hell's ultimate invasion of our world, written by many different people throughout history, in many different lands. All known versions of the prophecy are incomplete. I have spent a good part of the past 20 years trying to complete it. I am certain it holds the answers to defeating the Lords of Hell.
Leoric's madness was caused by Diablo?
Leoric resisted Diablo's attempts to possess him, but the effort left him weak and confused. When his son Albrecht was kidnapped to be a vessel for Diablo, it destroyed any sanity Leoric had left.
After Leoric was the Skeleton King, what then?
He commanded an army of the dead deep within the cathedral, finally serving the Lord of Terror he had resisted while alive. Many adventurers tried and failed to slay the Skeleton King. It was left to Leoric's eldest son, Aiden, to finally kill the monster his father had become.
By the way, just like that, they decide to name the protagonist in Diablo 1, which would have been... Just canonically, it's the warrior in Diablo 1. Aiden, who's apparently the protagonist, not the sorcerer, mage, whatever it was, or the rogue. Nope, the warrior. He's canonically the hero of Diablo 1. Apparently. I was like, I gotta check. Nope, no. Gotta make sure. You can easily miss them. Oh hey, you finally moved your cart.
So this is how it ends? They dragged my cart from the road, but for what? I can't get it repaired. Might as well dig a hole and die in it.
Your fear poisons you. You must quiet your fear and help your town.
Yeah.
I have some new items that I'm certain you'll love.
Oh God, I don't think it's help, but I have to check. I already have them all. Why am I doing it?
Leah spent all night alongside the blacksmith's wife.
By the way, now we can talk to people. Like, hey, you.
Sheldo, how sweet of you to ask. My people, the Vetchin, are nomads. Always traveling, looking for the land we might settle. All of us have the sight, but few have it as strong as myself. You know, men have always pursued me for my visions. Well, for things other than my visions. But everyone wants to know what the future holds.
The spirits will show me the future when it is time for me to see it.
Well, I'm sure the spirits can guide you much better than I. Of course, I'm kidding. The spirits are all fine and well, but you'll be happy to have me by your side during the trying times ahead.
Yeah, I won't be happy to have you. At least everyone's on a trade trail, so you don't have to retrain them. Sometimes modify, cause that's bad. Like we could take a thing hill. I mean, Spectrum is pretty great. We're gonna have a Gregor Sword, Banat, Bat Thing, Butcher's Cleaver. Oh, that's the good Butcher's Cleaver, I think. That's the... that Tristram Event one, I think. Yeah, axes, swords, hammers. Because here's how I think. So daggers and ceremonies get category. Swords, axes, maces get category. Two-handed swords, axes, hammers get category. I'm not sure about staffs. Staffs go into the two-handed one or into their own category of pole arms. I was like, there's a... It's not. Let's see if we have like fastest I don't know, short pace or something like that. I don't think it's that unique in this one. Therefore it's like... Monster Hunter... Be Thor. Axe. Green Sword. King Leor Scepter. I think he has a hammer, though. Why he has a hammer instead of a sword, I don't know. Trash in the box. Gilbert. Not bad, but... Good Spectrum. Really breastplate of the Windseeker, because for some reason they brought that in. That's Blizzard. That one's pretty, but yeah. Oh, see, the one-hand sword's not that. We'll get back. There's this guy. Hey, Capuchin. Oh, wait, did I not talk to him about all the stuff?
Did you hear? Old Rockford has us down to operations. How are we supposed to fight?
The world is constantly renewing itself, eternally playing out the same events over and over again. We can merely play our parts.
Must you always speak in riddles?
I speak clearly. Do not blame me for the state of your mind.
By the way, did you know that we've done this several dozen times already? Just now we're doing it at a harder difficulty.
Ah, very interesting topic. I sell jewels.
What you do does not define you. Where do you come from?
Xiangsai! Great families warred in the streets, political intrigue and bottomless wells of treachery around every corner.
I notice that you still tell me nothing of yourself.
Oh dear, perhaps you are not asking the right questions.
I like
You are very brave to venture outside the town gates. I hear there are all sorts of dangerous things crawling around out there.
The spirits speak of the risen dead.
Oh, that's terrible. I only meant the rats and snakes.
Well, there you go.
I do like this Descartes Kane fellow. It's rare that I can find someone I have so much in common with.
You do not seem very similar.
We both had rather interesting experiences with the Zakharum priestesses in our youth, so...
Well, there you go.
Would you know, there's nothing in the world quite so perfect as jewels. They have color, size, shape, transparency.
You do have a powerful love for them, it seems.
Oh yes, if only I could eat them, I would need nothing else in life. Not that you can't. I hear some people even shape certain crystals atop their food.
But yeah, his basic purpose is he can buy the jewels. You can buy 3 of her. 2, 2, 3. You buy mostly 3 gems together, and you make better gems. And then you socket your gems. That's the whole purpose of life, is just for us to socket your gems. I mean, you can make your jewelry, which, I mean, the only thing you really would need eventually is... the Hellfire Amulet's sometimes good, sometimes not. You probably have to roll a lot of them to get the one that you would want, though, and that costs a lot of stuff. But you can just remove your gems for free. That is a nice feature, but you just... like, hey, I want to turn this gem. Put it in, and you get the item back. Like, I know some games where it would be like, oh, well, you want your gem back. Well, we're gonna destroy the item to get your gem back. Which is stupid. I just want the gem back, not destroy my shit.
You think you're some type of hero? Here to save. You think you're some type of hero? Here to save us all? The dead will feast on your bones as easily as they will ours.
this game does suffer from that whole thing that, like, I keep bringing it up, but the whole, it's like my problem with Skyrim. NPCs cannot grasp the protagonist. Like, my problem with Skyrim is like Raver Bandits don't seem to really grasp the whole fact that, hey, he outlevels us. I'm a level 1 bandit. He's a level 666 Dragonborn god thing. Yeah, I'm gonna go poke him with my dagger. Yeah.
Blacksmith, Deckard Cain said you could help me find the crown of Leoric.
Not now. It's my wife. She's locked in the cellar like all those who've been bitten. I'm to put them all down. But how can I kill my own wife?
It must be done, Blacksmith. I will help you.
Thank you. Follow me.
I think... Oh god. Oh shit, that's right. I think technically... There's a dialogue that you could easily miss, because you have to go talk to him before you get the quest. Like, after the mayor's out of the way, you have to go over here and talk to him. Before you get the quest, because otherwise you miss this part of dialogue.
This gate is locked by order of the captain.
But yeah, that's just... Some of the achievements in this were bullshit. Like, I only really care about the completion things and dialogue in chapter 5.
My friends, I'm sorry.
They suffer, Blacksmith. Aid us.
Mira, my love, forgive me.
Hedrig, help me.
I couldn't have done this without you. I'm in your debt. My name is Hedrig Aemon.
I need your assistance, Hedrig. I search for the crown of Leoric.
I can help you there. It's buried with his chancellor, my grandfather. You'll find his tomb in a cemetery in the Weeping Hollow. And if you see my fool apprentice out there, tell him to get back to town.
Also, I want to point out that I think I could talk to him, but no, I can't talk to him. Hey, you need the crown. Remember the Shattered Crown from Diablo 1? Yeah, apparently that's somehow canonically we didn't get it, or we sent it back to town after we completed things. I don't understand, but somehow it ended up back, and they buried it. Yeah. Anyway, you're out. Can I talk to you? No, I can't talk to you. The dialogue. Read. Okay, how about if I reload? Nope, still can't talk. Okay, so anyway, next time we go outside. And we go find the cemetery of Forsaken in the Weeping Hollow. Oh god. And then my minions murder him. Like that. But yeah, Diablo 3. Sorry it's been so slow, you know, with the whole explaining things at the start and having to stop and read everything. No, hey, now you finally hit it back. Now maybe we can go talk to him. And he'll be like, hey, I have nothing new to tell you. Oh, great. But, oh, we teleport over there, right? Oh, now I can talk.
I wish to hear more of your grandfather. He served King Leoric?
Not much to tell. I lived with my father in Caldeum at the time. We heard that my grandfather stayed in Tristram until the end, trying to save lives. Don't know if he succeeded, but there it is. When the Skeleton King fell, my grandfather was dying from a sword wound. He had the crown sealed with him to keep it safe.
It takes strength to stand against the dark. Thank you for your grandfather's sacrifice.
I'm going to point out a few things that we'll get to at a later point. Yeah, we'll get to it. But anyway, hope you all enjoyed. Thank you, and have a nice day.